Yeah. Star Trek Season 4, Valley of the Mariners just came out. So we're going to be watching it and seeing how it goes. So let's just watch the first episode together.
And to me was so I could do this.
No, this is Marie.
It's my destiny.
So if you guys were watching the recap that we just did on season 1, 2, 3, this will catch you up to where we were at. So let's keep watching this recap.
Things are so weird with you and Spock.
Spock and I made it very clear with each other, no label.
Oh yeah, I almost forgot it during that recap that La'an and Spock were actually getting it together pretty well. So let's see how this relationship turns out. So one thing we noticed that at least when Picard does it, we know that from a long time that he actually likes to ride horses. It's interesting how most captains, like Kirk and Picard, both like riding horses. And of course, you know, why not? Let's just bring it in. Now I'm wondering what happened to those horses. Did they just let them go in the middle of the desert, or they gave it to somebody? Because it's not there. Are they Terran horses? Or what? They never showed that part. Where do they go?
But you knew that already.
I felt it important to be here as soon as you returned to the ship.
You wanted to see me in my outfit, didn't you?
Perhaps.
Yeah. Being in the transporter room when people come in, you probably see a lot of things that, as you can see, Mr. Scott, he's kind of a little embarrassed. But
These boots are hard to take
yeah,
off.
I don't know. How would you guys feel about working in the transporter room and then you saw that interaction? Like, you know what they're doing.
You haven't heard the constant noises? Scotty acts like every time I steer the ship, it makes his job harder. So he added endless beeping to literally make my job harder.
You know what that sounds like?
Listening?
Sounds like every new car now that beeps because now you're just going off the lanes. You know, I think that's where Scotty might have gotten it from. Yeah.
Taz niata uhuretwimush. Tan fi boshish nagabna vatas. Dwells new fesh po
Please, do not speak Vulcan. Your accent is improper.
I thought I got that right.
I am fully versed in all human dialects. That is all that is required for us to communicate.
You know, I'm pretty sure Spock knew that, I'm pretty sure Spock, he kind of was like, oh shit, yeah, it doesn't sound right. Let me say no. I'm pretty sure.
Take us closer, Erica. But keep your foot on the brakes.
Understood, Captain. Not now, Scotty.
You know, that's like one of the things I really like about Strange New Worlds is the fact that you actually get to see how the starship flies in space. I mean, it just looks amazing. Instead of, you know, all the other series that we've seen. I think the closest one that we've seen that it actually flies more was probably Voyager. Enterprise D, it had some moves. Enterprise E had some, but Strange New Worlds, yeah, way better. how like they sent out a buoy earlier? Well, I have a feeling that buoy that they heard was their buoy. You know, typical Star Trek stuff. I think TNG did that. Yeah. Yeah.
To boldly go where no one has gone before.
I don't know about you guys, but I really like this music for some reason. It's good instrumental, it's good orchestral, like even the brass section and the lower brass section of it, it just gives you that big, you know, bum bum bada bum bum. It's just amazing. It really goes with the whole theme of the movie. I mean, it goes really well with the theme of the show. Okay, I just noticed something. When they were coming out of the ship, when they were coming out of the ship, the platform was about to hit one of the pylons, but then the pylon opened up. So what? Everything else just goes down. What's the point of the front end portion of it? Just the lights? I mean, it could be, but yeah. Another time travel, which I don't mind. And I freaking knew that it was going to be back at the Sol system, back on Earth. Of course, there's dinosaurs. Why wouldn't there be in a strange new world, I guess, to them? But those aliens, I don't know about those aliens. So they're way before humans. So yeah.
Currently, we are 65 million years in the past. The planet Commander Castella's dragging us toward is Mars.
Mars.
Now there's freaking Martians. I mean, we always did think that Mars was going to be something because of the Valles Marineris, which is that big giant crater. But, I mean, even now in our culture, we think that Mars was actually inhabited long, long ago, and there was this big catastrophe. So this could be how it happened back 65 million years ago. Interesting take that they decided to go with the dinosaurs that don't have the plumes in it, even though now it's known that dinosaurs used to have plumes and was more like a chicken. But at least in this one, this first T-Rex that we see, we don't see that. We see it as what we all know how Jurassic Park looked like.
I'm Captain Pike.
You are short.
Our planet's a little heavier than yours.
Hence this unpleasant artificial gravity on your ship.
Too unpleasant? We can adjust.
No need. We're obviously considerably stronger than you are.
How did you get inside a ship?
We phased through your wall. Do you not have phasing technology?
Well, no, but we have transporters which allow us
Which we can gladly discuss at a later juncture.
Allow me to introduce our science officer, Spock, Dr.
I don't know. If you can phase through walls, I think that's more advanced than probably using the transporters. I don't know. They're probably more advanced than them.
Have you ever seen my homeworld of Mars?
We are not familiar with the current condition of Mars.
And if the ship's scanners are repaired, will you...
Ha! That's one way of saying, no, we haven't seen Mars, but yet we know about Mars. It's a good way of looking at it, Spock. When we look at the Martians, we notice that they have pointy ears. 65 million years ago, maybe they were the start of the Vulcans and also the Romulans, because they also have that triangle, which if you've seen some of the Romulans, they also have that. For all we know, they're actually Vulcans and Romulans when they first started out. The Martians probably went to Vulcan and Romulus. Now we see the Velociraptors, which they actually also have the quills. Really? She freaking punched a Velociraptor?
You just punched it.
Yeah, well, I didn't have time to shoot it in the mouth, did I?
If you two are finished just standing here.
That's exactly what I was thinking. You just punched it. Bah! Done. And that right there is how the dinosaurs got extinct, because of that asteroid. Not the asteroid, from the planet. So now that the fifth planet of Sol got destroyed, that means that Mars actually will probably shift. All the planets will start shifting to rearrange itself to what it is now, which then probably caused all that drought, all that desert planet, because that fifth planet was there to keep Mars the way how it is, because it was just in that Goldilocks zone.
After running multiple simulations, I determined that a fragment from the Doldurn planet is the Chicxulub asteroid.
The one that hit Earth 65 million years ago.
And led to the extinction of the dinosaurs. Does that mean...
Yes. The remaining debris, less than 4% of the planet's original mass, eventually became part of the asteroid belt as we've come to know it. Furthermore, the absence of the planet caused a gravimetric shift in the system, moving Mars further from the sun.
What about the promotion? Had any time to consider?
Yeah. I saw the past, present, and future in a way that I never thought possible. I want to focus on my now. And that's here with Enterprise. I'm not ready for the promotion. But I know someone else who is.
As all these Star Trek series, Kirk said it to Picard, stay in as a captain as long as possible, because during that time, it's all you, and no one can take that from you. And basically, that's exactly what Pike did. Even though Kirk wasn't there yet, but I'm pretty sure those were the words of wisdom that was given to Kirk. That is season 1 of Strange New Worlds of season 4. I mean, that was an interesting episode. I think it's a good start of Strange New Worlds season 4. It had interesting storyline. Of course, you know, they had to do a time travel. I mean, I guess that's been kind of their theme so far, is time travel. You know, kind of. They've been seeing the future. At least Pike has. He knows what's going to happen to him. And we got to see what Mars used to look like. So my thoughts with this episode, I thought it was pretty interesting. You could see how they had the Martians had the ears, and Dr. Mabanga, he said that their DNA is passed on to millions of other species, which until they probably became the humans, the Tellarites, the Vulcans, the Romulans, and even probably the Cardassians as well. That's it for today, guys. Put it down in the comments channel what you guys thought of this episode of Valles Marineris. If you like this content, hit a like and subscribe for more. And if next week you guys want to do a live stream, let me know and we'll go live. But until then, let's punch it.